Well, that's full time in Scotland, Wales. Wales 23, Scotland 26. They pulled that result from nowhere. I want to start off by going on a moan session about Scotland. Fair play to Wales. That was your best performance in years, and I think you are quite unlucky not to win that. However, it's a brutal game, and if you deserve to win it, if you played well, doesn't matter. On to the next one. I wish you good luck for the rest of the games. Who have you got? Ireland and Italy. Good luck. I've always liked Wales, but yeah. Anyway, somehow won that. I think Scotland of a couple of years ago would have lost, so I'm glad that they managed to pull a result out. However, I'm not blind to the problems. Our discipline was shocking. The amount of useless penalties they gave away, absolutely meaningless. The amount of in the ruck, in from the sides and crock rolls they gave, when it was so unnecessary because we'd either already won the ball or the Welsh player or for example Topolotu's crock roll midway through the second half. The Welsh player was already off his feet, so if he would have left it, we probably would have got a penalty. It's just silly. It's just silly. And unfortunately, that happens. But what a win. I'm not blind to the fact that it was more a bit of individual brilliance from a few people called Finn Russell and probably Darcy Graham that won that game. That third try where they caught Wales napping on the kick-off, that's not a regular occurrence, so fair play to them for that, but you just can't win games like that. I mean, yeah, but no, they need to work. Obviously, there's a week off next week. It's back to the URC. I will be at the Edinburgh game. I do hope they win that. However, it'll be interesting to see because obviously both Edinburgh and Scarlets will be missing internationals. My one pull from that game, Townsend, start Hiddleston. He's in the squad. He is in the squad. Start Hiddleston. Please. He is the starting hooker for the best club team in Europe at the minute. Why is he not even in the squad to an ageing Turner who doesn't start for Harlequins or Dave Cherry who plays in the second division of France? Why is Hiddleston not starting? I understand why Ashman's not playing because he was absolute crap in the lineouts. But play Hiddleston against France, please. Apart from that though, I thought the Kinghorn and Van der Merwe experiment before the game, I know I couldn't get a video out on my thoughts pre-game, I can understand where he was coming from it. I don't think it quite worked the way intended. I thought Van der Merwe was unable to do a lot, but I feel like that's mainly because for the 60 minutes he was on, Scotland were on the back foot. Van der Merwe, if Darcy and Van der Merwe were reversed, and it was Darcy starting Van der Merwe coming off the bench, yes, probably that third try wouldn't have been scored, so obviously it's null and void. But I feel like Van der Merwe would have been better. So, yeah, Kinghorn though, just start Tom Jordan. I didn't think he was worth it. I mean, he just, yeah. I'm not convinced on Kinghorn anymore, but what do I know, eh? I liked him for years, but I feel like recently he's just not been that great, but who knows. But yeah, great win for Scotland. Obviously they go top of the table for tonight, with France playing tomorrow against Italy. That'll be a good game. Obviously last time they played in Paris, Italy were the post away from winning, so it'll be interesting to see if they can go one better. And from Scotland's hopes of winning, it's probably up there. However, I feel like looking at it from a championship level now, which I think we can. I mean, you're going to be second at the lowest going into the fourth round. I think you can start looking at the championship I'd rather France win and just take Italy out of the running, which means it's between France, us and Ireland. And with us having to play both France and Ireland, it puts it in our hands. It really does. It puts the Six Nations in Scotland's hands. If Scotland can beat France and Ireland, they're probably going to go on and win the championship. If they lose to one of the two, but that's my opinions. But we got it over the line. It wasn't the blowout that England and France gave Wales, but it was a good game. And as I said, fair play Wales. You probably did deserve to win that game. I think we got quite lucky with... I mean, some people I would imagine will blame the ref. I don't think there was much wrong he did. I think the calls he made were relatively right. I just think Scotland's discipline was bad. And I think towards the end, Wales's discipline was bad as the game got away from them and they started getting a little bit desperate. But, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you later.